Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back with another YouTube video. And in today's video we're gonna be doing another one of these DC MCU concept videos. So yeah, anyways. This is like this is like part 2, I think. I'm not sure how these are gonna come out. This could be part 1, 2, or 3, I'm not sure yet. But I'm gonna try and do this in chronological order or something, so yeah, I'm gonna say this is like part 1 basically. Uh, but anyways, so if you don't understand what these videos are about, basically they're just I'm reimagining the MCU and with DC characters instead, and forming my own plots, casting, and everything about it. All I'm really using from the MCU is just basically what here they use and replacing them, and also the formatting in the sense that like Iron Man 2 becomes before Iron Man or Guardians of the Galaxy or something like that. Like that's the way I'm doing it. It's just fun to do. So yeah, if you want to know the rules and stuff and get into all those specifics, check out my playlist the playlist that I've created for these videos. It should be under the announcement one. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. So yeah, in today's video we got we're gonna be doing Iron Man 1. So yeah, for Iron Man, I've decided to replace him with Batman. So yeah, this is gonna be the first Batman movie, uh, and I'm gonna be calling it Batman Year One. Now I know that's pretty much a basic name, and it's kind of like it's kind of like a basic name, and also just a straight out of the comics kind of type thing. Even though I'm trying not to do too much, like try and put my own spin on things. Sorry about that shaking. So I was just closing something. Sorry about that. Uh, Even though I'm trying to make my own spin on things, there's still going to be comic accuracy and stuff like that. Uh, but I mean, I couldn't really think of another name for it. Honestly, I would either call it really Batman Year One or Batman Begins. But I feel like Batman Begins is just a straight copy of the Nolan thing, and I don't want it to be. Or just calling it like the Batman. I just feel like Batman Year One's just a toned out name. So that's honestly why I decided to call him. Sorry, that's why I decided to call this the movie Batman Year One. But continuing here. So firstly, I want to get through like plot, and then I'll get into casting, introduce characters introduced and everything, and any key details, whatever. So yeah, plot slash key details really. So really, I modeled this movie based off the Year One comic, where it's gonna pertain a lot with Batman Year One. It's just gonna basically be like a Batman origin story, like a long expanded one. He's gonna be like about a year into his year one. At the start of the movie, he's just gonna be Bruce Wayne. By the end, he's gonna be Batman. And I'm gonna say this: the movie does take place over about a year, I would say. Uh, Over about a year, it ends around like a year and a little bit more. So yeah, it does take place for a little bit and stuff like that. Yeah, it does take place for a little while and stuff like that. So yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Sorry about that. I did do a little minor, like a lot. I'm not gonna say minor tweaking, but major tweaking in the sense that I'm gonna kind of focus this more on Batman in the sense and Bruce Wayne rather than, because if you've ever read Year One, you would know it does focus like a quarter bit on James Gordon and that whole Flask thing. I'm gonna kind of erase that from the movie because again, I want to put my own spin on it, and I feel like that would work better as maybe like a TV show or something. So I honestly I would kind of like erase that a bit from the movie, and especially need to get through character progression and stuff because of how large a Batman character Batman is, and also limited timing and stuff like that for him and whatever. Because also at the same time, uh, with all this, I've got to introduce a bunch of characters and stuff, and it's just got to go a little bit faster. And we don't have enough time to be just going around with Commissioner Gordon and stuff when we need to get used to the Batman character. That's another thing I would just want to quickly dab on. I mean, or touch on, sorry, is basically that I'm going to try and put all the Robins in these movies. It'll be hard. Might be a little fast, but it's got to go fast, or not fast, sorry. It's got to go like smoothly and stuff like that. Of course, Dick Grayson will be in it for sure. I plan on doing some stuff with Jason Todd. I plan on doing maybe some stuff with Tim Drake. Damian Wayne's the big. I'm not sure because Damian Wayne is gonna be like a little hard to fit in with the four Robins and stuff like that. Plus, you need to fit in like Batgirl and stuff. So yeah, and maybe I'll add in some of the additional characters and everything. So yeah, furthering out with the plot. So yeah, it's gonna continue with that. In terms of villain wise, I'm actually choosing to take inspiration from The Batman by Matt Reeves. I'm actually going to utilize Riddler as the main villain. That's what I'm thinking. Really, right now, what the basic plot would be was like he's navigating through his first year, and he's gonna end up fighting the mob a lot, and everything. He's gonna be fighting Carmine Falcone, the mob. He's just basically gonna destroy, beat up them. And then Riddler's going to take note of this. And I'm going to make Riddler... I mean, here's where my Riddler would differentiate off of Matt Reeves' Riddler. And instead of making him like some kind of Zodiac killer or something like that, I'm going to make him more of like a crime boss kind of Riddler. And I know what you're saying, oh, Riddler's not a crime boss. It doesn't make no sense. Yeah, I mean, he's not a crime boss, but I mean, I think he does have some stuff. So what I was thinking is maybe Riddler be like taking notes and stuff, and then he's like, all of a sudden he's just like, I had enough with Batman and stuff like that. It's just like a new challenge for him, and he's like, I want to challenge this guy and I want to take him to the brink. So I mean, I don't mean this movie to be like very overwhelming and showing off Batman's being so strong and stuff like that. I typically just mean this. I typically want this movie to just be more of like a movie to introduce us to the character and introduce us and see like what he's capable of and everything like that. So it's not meant to be some earth-shattering like City on the Line type movie. I mean, you could make the City on the Line, but honestly, I don't think I will. I think it's just most likely like the Riddler would have just captured some people, key people to Batman or something like that, and Batman's rushing against time to fight them or something like that. So yeah. Also make this movie a lot more darker toned. I want to say that too. I don't think I'll make anything R-rated because I'll follow like the Disney rules, I guess. But this movie is going to be very dark toned. Basically shot at night for the most part. Like 75% of the movie I'm going to be shot at night. It's going to be a lot darker tone. Like for example, Batman. There's going to be few instances where he questions if he's in control and stuff like that. But I'm not going to make it rated R just for the basis of, again, like with the whole Disney thing. Like, these things don't need to be rated R, I guess you would say. Like, I'm technically, like, making, like, Disney and part of it, I guess. And I'm just, like, the creative writer. That's the scenario we're going with right now. So, I mean, I don't think they're going to make it a rated R. But this is getting pushed to the brink of PG-13. Or actually, I might do a rated R stuff. But honestly, I feel like Batman should just be kept PG-13. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So yeah, it's gonna be a very dark tone movie. That's what I'm thinking. Also utilizing a lot of detective work. I think that's a key thing to do as well. Showcasing very much. I want this movie to really showcase who Batman is as a character in terms of like his detective work, his peak physical condition, and everything like that. His gadget use, everything that makes Batman Batman. So yeah. Anyways, and actually in the middle of the movie, I would say partially towards the end, he's actually going to meet Dick Grayson in I wouldn't say it's a cameo, but it's going to be a little bit of a like, oh shoot, that's Dick Grayson kind of moment. And he's going to meet him closer to the end of the movie. And he's going to be like, hi, Mr. Wayne, whatever. And his parents are alive and everything, so that's all this cameo will be. And then by the end of the movie, we're going to go in post-credit scene. For the post-credit scene, we're actually going to see Dick Grayson's parents dying. And it's going to leave on a little bit of a cliffhanger there. But most comic book fans, everyone will know, like, Dick Grayson's about to be Robin. And I do have plans for that, saved for that, in one of my next videos. Now, quickly, let's talk about the casting-wise. For casting-wise, I actually had a lot of fun doing this. I mean, like, I have some people that I think could play some good roles and stuff like that. So I'll say who I really kind of would keep the same, really. Who's played these characters before. I'm gonna leave Paul Dano as the Riddler. I just feel like he could play still a good Riddler and stuff, especially with his darker tone. I think he could do a good job. Of course, he's the Riddler and the Batman too. So yeah, that's cool. And then I got J.K. Simmons. He's just gonna play Gordon again. I feel like he could actually play a good Gordon, in my opinion. Uh, and I mean, he could do some good in that role. So I'll leave it for him. Uh, then for Alfred wise, honestly, I wasn't really sure. There's many different answers, honestly, but I would pick Michael Caine to play him again. I just feel like he makes a very good Alfred and kind of like irreplaceable in a sense. So like I'm gonna leave him as Alfred for now. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Now here's where it gets fun. Okay, so for Batman, there's definitely a lot of different decisions. There's like Army Hammer, who I still want him to be Batman. I think he could be pretty cool in Batman. But honestly, ultimately, I it was Army Hammer and this guy who I was gonna pick. But honestly, I picked Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he could play a really good Batman. Uh, I think Jake Gyllenhaal is a pretty good actor too. So yeah, I decided to make him Batman. I feel like he can go in that dark tone too. I've seen him in a lot of darker tone movies, and I feel like he could do well in that scenario. And then for Robin, or not Robin, technically Dick Grayson at the time, is actually Dylan O'Brien. But here's where I'm gonna say is a little bit different. I'm gonna put him as age Dylan O'Brien. Like I'm gonna go off like how old they were during this year. So like right now, this is like what 2008, 2009. So he's just like a little kid, honestly. Like that's the way I'm gonna go. Or I might get like maybe a 16-year-old Dylan O'Brien. I would say would play a good Robin at the time. So yeah, remember these movies aren't being made at the same like a certain time. I'm not sure exactly what his actual age was back in 2008. Yeah, he was like 18ish. So he's not like super young or anything like that, but I mean, he could probably play him good. So, yeah, I picked him to be the Robin. Uh in terms or Dick Grayson, sorry. In terms of Carmine Falcone, I actually picked Vincent D'Onofrio to play him. Obviously, I wouldn't say Vincent D'Onofrio to keep shaving his head and stuff like that and his beard and everything. I'd say honestly, let it maybe his beard grow out and stuff, so it can differentiate from Kingpin, of course, and everything. But I feel like he could just do that awesome role of being like a crime boss and stuff like that, and he could also bring some decent humanity to Carmine Falcone, or I mean, not decent humanity, like a fair trade kind of thing. Because, I mean, Carmine Falcone isn't a super, super bad guy. Like, you're like, God, I want to kill this guy. Ugh. He's just, like, a regular dude, kind of. So, yeah, I mean, I picked him to do him. And that's pretty much it for this video, honestly. I hope you guys liked it. I mean, comment down below what you guys think about this idea. Would you watch it if it went in the theaters? Uh, yeah, but that's pretty much it, though. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.